go ahead and that on. Okay, so thank you so much for coming today. I'm so excited to see everybody, friends and family, and people from the 2022 trip, people from this most recent trip, and hopefully people from the next trip. I'm going to repeat this one moment. My name's Jody. I organize the So Many Women So Little Time group, and Lesbian Getaways website. That is our travel arm. And that's where all the information for the trip will be. I want to introduce my girlfriend, Melissa. There she is.
Hello.
And also Jennifer Grant from Diva Destinations. I decided to have a partner this year because the last trip that we organized kind of put me into the realm of a travel tour professional person. And it's not, I've got other things I'm up to. I don't really want to be in the tour business necessarily. And I met Jennifer and just love her to pieces. And I thought she's already got the system down. She already is taking people to the festival and all over the world. She's been doing it a long time. So I just thought I'm going to just pass off to Jennifer, our group, the people from our group, because she's already got her systems in place and can easily just register people and we'll combine trips. I think that'll make it more fun and interesting anyway. Okay, so I want to, let's see. So Brigitte has to leave. I think Nancy, my cousin, has to leave soon. So why don't we take just a brief minute? I want to give Brigitte. Brigitte, did you want to share something before you go?
Sure.
Okay, I wanted to just give people just a minute to share kind of their experience of our last trip, because as Yolanda hopefully will share later, because I'm counting on her, something magical has been occurring on our trips. Just the bonding and the camaraderie and the trust and the friendships and the, in some cases, romance that has developed on our trips has been really so special. And it's hard to put into words what that is. So I thought I would just give a couple people a chance to share about that, particularly because Brigitte has to leave and I don't want to miss out on her. So I'm going to have you start, Brigitte, so we make sure and get you before you have to go.
All right. So in a short period of time, the unexpected parallel of the discovery of the country, learning things from our guide Dimitra, also brought in that self discovery and reflection time that a lot of us do not have an opportunity to connect with and truly reflect upon where are we, who are we, and how do we want to move forward with our lives. If we can make some time the connection of the past and the present, then we can move forward. So it was a very wonderful, lovely, fresh food, sunny days, interesting company. And then at the same time, many moments were given for each one of us to self-reflect and choose to go deeper with that. So it was a wonderful discovery all over, and Greece is a wonderful country on top of that, where to have the opportunity to do that, and being it's Lesvos during Pride Month was like perfect timing. So I loved it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Brigitte. Anybody else want to share from our last trip?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It was my first time out of the country, and it was completely magical. The trip was hard at first. I wasn't used to that level of activity, but it was amazing. And the country was absolutely stunningly beautiful. The history is just literally everywhere. It's under your feet. It's all around you. It's literally in the train station. And it's just stunning. Demetra was an absolutely completely knowledgeable and wonderful teacher. She just brought you in and not only taught you, but engaged you in that teaching, and really brought your mind and your heart in with it as well. And it was just so lovely. And the people that we were with, we really bonded together because of Jody and because of Demetra and because of Ronit and Audrey and all of the women on Amazonas. And the people in Greece are so warm and wonderful and welcoming. The food is fresh and healthy, and it's just you get exercise and you get fresh air and you feel so free, and you are connected to this sacredness there that is unlike any place I have ever been in my entire life. And it's just almost impossible to describe. You just have to go.
Thank you. It's one of those things, it's really hard to describe what happened. So this last trip is different than the upcoming trip. The last trip was 5 days on the mainland, being led by Demetra. Here, this is Demetra, real quick. Wave, Demetra, and that's Cynthia. Her new yeah. So so Demetra is an archaeologist and an expert in all things Greek and Greek culture. And I know I'm going to be doing that trip with you again. We have to. She took us to ancient sacred sites, not just an expert on history, but also just led us through these really somatic, palpable experiences that let us kind of embody the magic of these sacred sites. It's hard to explain, but everywhere we go, she can name, we went to the olive oil museum and learned all about the history of olive oil and anything you can imagine. So it was just so magical. And then we went to the Isle of Lesvos, and 5 days we stayed at Amazonas Ecoland, which is my new friend Ronit bought the land, and we're developing it into a women's retreat center, an international women's retreat center. So really the funds from both last year's trip and May's trip went to literally building out Amazonas to be able to host us. It bought the tents, it built out the whole bathhouse with the showers, toilets, it built out the kitchen, it built it out. So this is what's motivated me to do these trips, is that I am dedicated to help there be this magical women's land in Lesbos, Greece. So that's been my motivation. I want to give people a chance. I'm hoping that that Lynn, Kathleen, Yolanda, that you guys are okay to hang out for a little while so we can move on with the other part and come back. Is that good? Okay, cool. Thank you. So I want to give Jen, did you say something, Cynthia?
Yeah, we're gonna have to go, and I wanted to say something before I left.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So the big thing I want to say, Jody, that about any trip that you are part of is that it's not only a outer journey, like, we had the outer journey of exploring Greece, exploring the history, exploring the goddess mythology, but it's also an inner journey. It's an inner journey of spiritual transformation. It's an inner journey of love and connection. And we moved together as a tribe. And even when it was difficult and challenging, and learned like how to navigate that with one another with love and respect. And, so it was more than just about the outer journey. It was a lot inner and being in community. And I think that's an important piece of what you bring. And, through your facilitation, your guidance with the circles, that's what made it magical. And I really want to acknowledge that and also point that out, because I think that's an important piece when, we're looking at, people considering going, like, how can you put that into words? So it's a journey of connection and love.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. It's much easier
Yeah.
for someone else to say that than for me to say that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely.
My dear friend, it was so fun to be able to travel with you. Demetra, do you want to say something just because we want to hear your beautiful voice?
I don't have more words to add on what you have already said. I'm so grateful. I think what brought this trip to all of us is our sacred roots and also openness to love. It was amazing meeting all you, spending time with all you. I love you all, and I hope to see you again. And Jody, our collaboration was excellent, and I'm looking forward to our next meeting and our next trip together.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, both of you. Enjoy your time in Greece. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Yeah. Our
Bye, everyone.
collaboration.
Bye.
Thank you. Something happened. Demetra and I were leading. We were each holding a piece of this. We had circles every morning. We met and kind of talked about, what was our excitement for the day? What were our challenges for the day? We worked through whatever might be brewing with people, because stuff comes up, particularly when you're traveling with people, right? It's like traveling together is a certain dynamic that occurs. So we kind of got to talk that through. I have a couple certificates in conflict resolution and mediation. So I kind of brought a little skills in, and it just, that's what, when you're stuck with somebody, you're traveling together in a group, you're stuck together, kind of like family. Family's family, whether you see them or not. There's something that's an underlying kind of commitment, basically, that's kind of just there. And so, the choice is to turn away and ignore or leave, or to just sit in it and work it through. And the magic of working it through with each and every person. We all came with our little personalities and our little triggers and our this and that and moods. And by the end, everyone, it just melted away for everyone. So it just melted away. And look at, Catherine's face just cracks me up, because I just look at her face, from, if you don't mind me saying, maybe a little stressed in the beginning, to this like full of love being here is just, okay. So blah, 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 blah for me. I'm going to give someone else a chance to talk. So Jen, I'm going to shut up for a minute. I'm going to let Jen talk about this collaboration that she and I are doing. Cynthia, I'm sorry, but I do have to tell you, I have another doppelganger. So Cynthia and I met, and we call each other doppelgangers because it's in these so many ways. We have this similar way of being. Well, guess what? I guess if Jen is my doppelganger, she might be yours too. Just saying.
Wow,
Okay.
spooky.
Jen.
Yeah, can I just check, Sherry or Cherry, did you have a question? Because I saw your hand go up
Cherie.
earlier. Yeah, Sherry, did you have a question?
No, I just put a heart.
Oh, okay.
I was just reacting. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Just checking. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Jen Grant of Diva Destinations. Like Jody said, Jody and I have come across each other through the Lesvos connection. And there were just a few words there that you mentioned, Jody, that really resonate. And I hope, I think, like you say, we've found each other, and we've got very similar values, I believe, in terms of bringing our community together and making those connections and making memories, so that and the friendships and the trust. I think all of those words that you used have really resonated between us, and also I want to, hopefully they resonate within Diva Destinations, because I set up Diva Destinations 10 years ago now, so we're in our 10th year, and I've been in travel most of my life, so I can understand why Jody doesn't want to get into travel. because it can be a roller coaster, but I've been in travel most of my life. And when I was made redundant 10 years ago, I thought, God, what am I going to do? I'm not going to go back into travel. No way. But, you know, I did, because I saw that there was definitely a gap in the market for lesbian holidays. There's a lot of travel companies for gay men, loads of them. But the only one I knew about is Olivia, which you know, is massive and huge. And so I decided to launch Diva Destinations. We are UK based, but we've grown and we've now got a real international base of women. We have women travel with us from the US, from South America, from Australia, Europe, worldwide, which is great. And we really have tapped into the American market, because obviously being based in the UK, I do know the UK and Europe pretty well because it's on my doorstep. So I can, you know, I can show my groups, and I take them to Portugal and France and various places, and Greece, obviously, and Italy, throughout Europe, because, you know, I've been there during my childhood as well. So very lucky to do that. And I love showing, especially American women around Europe and the UK. It's great because we have so much history here, as you know, and Greece, as you found out, loads of history. So anyway, that's what we also specialize in, is hosted group holidays for lesbians. So a lot of our women are solo travelers, but there are, you know, friends traveling together and couples. So there is a good mix, but a good percentage of our women are solo travelers, and it really makes a difference for them to have us hosting the trip. So I always go on all of our trips, along with my business partner Karen, who's not here at the moment, but we always host the trips ourselves, because that gives it a really good, hopefully, well, we know what we want to give our clients in terms of holiday and an experience. So I want to make sure that I deliver that, and don't trust anybody else into doing that. And that's, again, what I found with Jodie. Jodie and myself have really the same core values in what we want to do for our, you know, clients, my clients, guests, is to give you that amazing experience, that magical experience. So I've been going to Lesvos, the Women's Festival, now for 6 or 7 years. I've lost count actually now how many years I've been there. And every year I've taken a group. Our biggest group was once 90, almost 90 women. That was pre-COVID. Yeah, it's a lot of women. We almost took over the whole hotel. But last year we had just over 40. And we've got about almost 20 women in our group now. And they have come, some of them have come from Jodie's Facebook groups and meetup groups, so that's great. And now Jodie is joining me, so we are bringing, we're lessening that gap of the pond this time around. So we're both going to be there in September, which is great because, as I say, yeah.
Oh, I just said so is Melissa.
And Melissa, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Melissa is coming as well. So Jodie and Melissa, the double trouble from America, I'm going to call you. So yeah, it'd be great to have Jodie and Melissa out there. And some fun stuff that we're going to do with, oh, sorry, Nancy, you're going to have to go. But hopefully, yeah, you'll see this recorded if you want to catch up and hear any more. But nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Bye, Nance, my cousin, my mom's sister's daughter.
You know, I can see the likeness.
See?
Oh
yes.
My God, yes.
Yes. Oh no, you really can.
So,
yeah.
You can.
Yep.
Very, very, just like you. Just like
yes.
you.
If there's anything I can do to persuade her to come, I'm gonna do it. Just so you know.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will.
Great
It's
to
great
see
meet
you.
Nancy. Yeah. Bye, Nancy. Nice to see you.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, so I've been coming to the Lesvos Women's Festival now for 6 or 7 years. Jodie and I have teamed up, and we're creating the magic already, because we've got so many ideas between us. I think we're going to need 2 extra weeks anyway to fit it all in, but we'll fit it in the 2 weeks. So just to tell you about the Women's Festival, because I know when you were out there last year, you didn't go to much of it. So it's the longest running lesbian festival in Europe. I mean, it's been going for, this is going to be, I think it's 23rd year. Obviously they missed out the COVID year. And it's called a festival, and that's a Greek festival. So it's very laid back. It's not like the festivals that we all think of when it's like literally you wake up morning, noon and night. There is like music, there's music. It's not that at all. It's beautiful. It's really, the demographic I would say is definitely 40 or 50 years plus women who've been going for many years as well. So it's all very relaxed. There is yoga classes, there's walks, there's discussion groups, there's talks, there's cookery demonstrations. There is, you get women who, you know, they could be artists singing, they'll sing on one of the beachfront bars during the day. And then, you know, you could, there's the swim to the rock every day, there's the women's swim to the rock every morning. So it's all very relaxed and it's beautiful. You have about probably 800 to 1,000 women descending on this beautiful Greek fishing village. But it's, everybody is just relaxed, and you'd never know there was that many women because everybody's doing different things during the day. They might come together at lunchtime and you'll see everybody in the bars along the seafront. But every evening there's always a main event, and Jodie and I are going to host, we're going to host, do I tell them? Can I tell them?
Oh my God.
Okay, so there's it's not a talent show, it's a talent night, and basically what it is, it's any women who are out there. We had a comedian last year who was hilarious. We had women who might want to read a poem. So I use the word talent loosely because I was in it, and so I have to use it very loosely. So but it was just a fun evening of women just, you know, entertaining us. So that's just one example. There might be they've got some really good female singers that will be performing. You might have a film night, and like we've had Ocean's 8, I think it is, with the, you know, the women's Ocean 8. We've had, you know, it's usually, we've had Carol, the film Carol, shown there. So they obviously do a yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, as you can see, I'm going to use it loosely in terms of talent. That's Pelvis Leslie, by the way, just so you know.
Leslie.
Elvis Leslie. I did yeah, takeoff of Elvis. So yeah, it was a great night. And Jodie and I are going to be comparing that evening this year, so we're going to have great fun.
Oh my God, yes. Are we going to actually do it? We're going to be,
we are going to do
drag kings.
Yeah, we're going to be drag kings for the night and compare the evening. So that's just our, you know, our bag. We've decided to do it, but we've got so many other things that we want to introduce into the festival. It's that we want to introduce the solo travelers, those who are traveling solo or on their own or single. You know, going to differentiate that. So there's going to be a meeting place every day for women who are on their own, and we can do things, facilitate various, you know, fun games or yeah, icebreaker games and things like that. But we want to do a business networking event. So we've got a lot of things planned within the festival, but also Jodie and I are going to be at the Aeolian Village Hotel, which is a 4-star hotel. It's got its own private pool and private beach. It's got all the water sports.
I'm sharing again here. I'm sharing again some photos just so
Oh yeah,
kind of as you're speaking.
Yeah.
Go ahead as you're speaking, and I'll just flip through a few of these.
Yeah. So this is where Jodie and I are going to be staying, and that's where my group, or our group, because there's now women from Jodie's Facebook groups and meetups staying with us as a group, and we're going to be facilitating our various events here as well, whether it be pool games, or that be frisbee on the beach or volleyball, or we might just have a discussion group, you know, one lunchtime while we have lunch overlooking the pool. Might have a quiz. So we're going to be doing things, you know, at the hotel, but also during the day we'll be taking, you know, the group down to the village to take part in all the events down there. We'll come back and we'll have dinner every night together as a group. We take over part of the restaurant and we just have our own tables, private tables at dinner and at breakfast. So we really, this is what I was saying about we connect women and we facilitate a family. Basically, from the moment you arrive, we've got a family of women that we all just are together and yeah, have a whole lot of fun and connect. As I say, women from all over the world. There's Australians going to be there as well in our group. So it really is an amazing atmosphere. But also I have to go back to the word magic, because the moment I set foot in Scala Eressos, which is the Greek, which is it's Greek, the fishing village where this women's festival takes place, it's got its own magic. I haven't been to Amazonas, but the first few days before, when we arrive, we're actually going to I'll answer that one, Cherie, in one moment about the flight. So we're going to, before the festival starts, we actually arrive on the 6th of September, the group. And why we arrive on the 6th is because we have got a package which includes your direct flights from London Gatwick to Lesvos, and it includes your transfers from Lesvos airport to the hotel and back. It includes half board accommodation at the hotel, which is your breakfast daily and your dinner daily, which is a lovely buffet. And yeah, this is, so we've got our own package. So what Jodie's women who've booked with me already, they're flying in to London Heathrow. So you'd have to organise your own flights from London Heathrow and then get to Gatwick Airport, which is about an hour's ride on a coach. And we've organised that for women as well. So I can help you with that. And then the flight from London Gatwick to Lesvos is about 3.5 hours. So it's direct. So you fly direct from London Gatwick to Lesvos. We're meted by a coach and taken directly to the hotel, the Aeolian Hotel, which is a 4-star hotel.
And if I can interject for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
So this is a chartered flight direct to Lesvos. Otherwise, pretty much you fly into Athens and then you have to take a puddle jumper over.
Yeah.
So
So
this is
really,
all on my site. And I posted this on the Lesbian Getaways site, so you can see all of this in detail.
yeah. So in actual fact, if I'm not mistaken, usually, and Jodie, you can tell me this more, is flights from the US to Heathrow are usually cheaper, are they, than flying direct to Athens, or is it 6 of one, half a dozen of the other?
I haven't looked, I'm not sure.
No, okay. So usually I've heard that flights from the US to Heathrow, because there are so many airlines and so many flights, they're usually cheaper. And then to have the direct flight from Gatwick to Lesvos included in the package, the only thing you have to worry about is getting yourself from the US to Heathrow. And then I can assist you with just booking the what we call a National Express coach from Heathrow to Gatwick. And it was about 20 US pounds, about, I get $30, $40 return. It's very reasonable. So then once you're at Gatwick, the women who are flying in from the US are flying in on the 5th of September, going directly to Gatwick and overnighting in with my group at Gatwick, and we're having dinner together, and then we all fly out on the 6th of September. And then we all flying back on the 20th of September, and then the US women are flying out on the 21st of September. So I can put all of this on the website, or Jodie can put it on her website, the actual pre and post package of how you would need to get to Heathrow. It's all very simple if people are interested in having this full service package and spending 2 weeks going to the festival, and Jodie and I are going to be out there as well, facilitating our group. We do miss, unfortunately, because it's a chartered flight, it only goes out once a week. So that's why we're flying out on the 6th, and between the 6th and the 10th which is when the festival starts. The festival is actually 10 days, the 10th to the 20th. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff at Amazonas, which again is on my website as well. We've got some things that we're coordinating with Amazonas to support them as well. We do miss the last night of the festival because our charter flight flies back on the 20th. There's nothing I can do about that. It's not the end of the world. We'll have so much going on in the festival before that final night, you know, that we'll do something special the night before, but it's not the end of the world because there's so much going on throughout the 10 days anyway. But because, as I say, it's a charter flight, we will be coming home on the 20th back into London Gatwick from Lesvos direct. So I hope I've explained that in as succinct way as possible, but I can certainly do the pre and post trip information to Jodie, give that to her and she can put it on her site.
And I'm happy to talk, to answer questions and to talk through things as well.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, I've asked Joanna to jump on. So Joanna's the woman who started the festival. She is the festival. She's scheduled to pop into this meeting.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic.
Yeah. So I thought, you know, why not show her face?
Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
lovely. So yeah, Jen and I have, I mean, those of you that know me know that I've hosted thousands of events. I don't know, the group I think has hosted like 2,500 events so far, but
Wow.
I've led a lot of different kinds of events. And so we've put our heads together to come up with some really, like, first of all, we're going to be playing pickleball there. There's pickleball
Yes.
courts at the Aeolian. I know, right? These are my pickleball buddies here. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had quite a few Americans out with us last year, and they bought their pickleball stuff and introduced it to our group. Yeah, we're pickleball fans now. So we had a little pickleball tournament last year, and yeah, I'm ready for it next in September.
We played last night and we blasted the music, and I was envisioning like disco pickleball because we were just dancing and then like hit the ball and it's like woo woo woo. So and also, you know, there's a morning swim to the rock that is the thing that really occurs at the festival. And
yeah,
Melissa last year decided to get a kayak and she kayaked to the rock. So I want to implement, and I think that will be happening, a morning kayak to the rock, because the swim to the rock, it's quite a ways away. I'm nervous. I wouldn't swim. Yeah, it's a big swim. So there'll be a kayak. And then I'm gonna also lead my special circles events. So I'm calling it the International Mashup. And I actually looked at the definition of mashup. It's kind of fun. It is exactly what I want to do. I'm going to start out with women from all the different countries in their own areas, and I'm going to give a colored yarn to each country. So, and then what's going to happen is that we'll form circles of 5, one woman from different countries into a circle of 5. And then I'm going to ask a question and everyone will have a chance to share their responses to that question. So by the time it's done, those kind of invisible boundaries, I'm an American, you're a Brit, you're a Dutch, you're Israeli, hopefully we'll kind of mush that all up. And so everybody's just connected with everybody. And that's my goal. So yeah, isn't that cool? So we're going to do that. And then also Dimitra learned salsa in Cuba. And Dimitra and I had a chance to do some salsa dancing together, and whoo, smoking hot. So we're going to do a salsa experience where we're going to teach the basic moves and then we're going to crank the music. And she's just an expert to help people get in their bodies and feel the experience. So we're going to work with people to feel the sensuality and the beauty of this salsa dance. So we'll just keep dancing until everyone is just kind of grooving in the salsa dance. And then, yeah, because Yolanda is like, Yolanda's an amazing dancer. So that way also you can come up and have a few rounds with different people. And it's another way to just mix and match and meet people.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Can I just check, sorry, while we're on, does anybody have any questions about the trip and the package? Because I know that, you know, when you're from America, you've got so much more to organize than we have when we're in Europe and the UK. I mean, is there anybody who is sort of thinking about coming over on the trip or would like to know a bit more that I haven't covered just before? Because if Joanna comes on, she'll be telling you about the festival. I just wonder if anybody had any, yeah, Yolanda.
Hi, I wanted to know if from your explanation, you didn't hit on the land of Amazonas. I wanted to know if any time was going to be spent there.
Yeah, so we fly out on our charter flight on the 6th of September, okay, from London to Lesvos. The actual festival doesn't start till the 10th. Okay, so we've got we'll wipe out the 6th because we'll all be a bit tired and jet lagged. So we've got the 7th, 8th, and 9th. We've got 3 days before the festival starts that we're going to have exclusive events at Amazonas. So we will be spending, it's definitely the first 3 days there. And we've got those on the website. We're going to do, and we're going to actually end on the 9th in the evening by having a cookery class. And then we're going to eat what we cook and have a party on that 9th. But we'll be doing some other things for those 3 days. And then during the festival, I believe that Amazonas is going to be part of the festival as well, like there were last year. So there'll be other opportunities to go there as well.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the great experiences last time was we had a local village party at Amazonas where the locals came, and we had a musician and a singer, and I've got videos. So for those of you that stay a little bit, I'm going to I can show you some of the videos. It was magical. You feel like you have been transported to some other date, some other time, which you are. It's really quite wonderful. So we're gonna have a party, and we're also gonna do day trips. We're gonna do a day
Yeah.
trip. So
Yeah.
so look who's here, Joanna. Can you
Is she
unmute
there?
yourself? Unmute yourself, Joanna.
Uh-huh.
So Joanna, we've got 16 people here, and it's also recorded, so we can keep sharing about the festival. So this is Joanna, who had some crazy idea, what, 20 years ago? To do
23 years ago.
23 years ago to do the festival here. And we've been talking all about the festival and what's going on. Do you want to share anything about it?
What's going on? What's going on? Everything is happening, Jody. You know this. And Jen know this. It's like madness. Too many women here. It's like too many women for the village and for me. There are too many women. Like you wake up in the morning, there are women around walking in the mini market, supermarket, vegetable shop, and everything. This is happening for 2 weeks because, of course, this is the place of Sappho. The idea we started 23 years ago because the village is well known from lesbian tourists that come anyways. They used to come anyways from 90s, 60s, 70s. So we thought, okay, as women come anyways, why we don't choose September, which is a nice month, is after August that is busy, Greek people, families, children, and everything. The weather is quite warm. The sea is warm. All the Greek families and everything, they're gone. So because the school opens 11th of September. So let's choose this month to create, like, let's say, women together, like something small. So it grow and grow and grow. So, and every year more women come. We have the existing women that they come again and again, and also new people. This year we're gonna have many new women that they found out through friends, Facebook, media. And festival is a big party, fun, women together, 8 o'clock in the morning from walking to the chapel, yoga, workshops, swim to the rock. We have a rock here in the sea. Jody and Jen, they have swim. Me, I have not. I'm local. The last time I saw was like when I was 20 years old. Maybe this year I will swim. Seminars, talks. The program is full all day, and for different ages, different interests. Like if somebody is a sporty person can be play beach volley. If somebody wants to learn about poetry, writing, you know, name it. We have, of course, boat trips, very nice woman-only boat trips. So the boat departs 5 o'clock, goes to the next bay, and there is wine, mezze, like small food. Women look the sunset, and they come back like enough, like 8, 8:30, till 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, we go to the open air cinema, which from 9 to 11 every night we have an event, a concert, a show. This year we're gonna have the well-known fashion show that everybody loves. It's like usually around 450 women, they attend. It's really packed full. And I'm just telling you officially, like this year we're gonna have also a talent show that will be hosted by Jody and Jen.
We warned them
So-
about that, Joanna. We warned them
So
about the talent show.
the decision is made today. We had a festival meeting. So yes, you are on. So you need to start getting ready for the talent show.
Oh,
And
wow.
like everything is happening at the open air cinema until 11. And 11, in a way, we need to stop, latest 10 past 11, and we all move to an official party, because every night there is an official party of the festival. And the night goes to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, when the police comes and they say, please stop the music. No, we stop before we really stop before the police comes. And the next, I do my PR. I'm the organizer. I need to show my face. I need to go for a drink, and never is 1, is 2, 3. So I end up meeting friends, because I know them, you know, every year, this catching up and everything. So I look my time, I thought, oh fuck, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So no, never again. The next morning, I go to the office with Hanover, and about 12 o'clock, I open the program and I check, where is the party tonight? So basically, after the festival, I need holidays, because I'm really totally off.
Yes,
In the
and
meantime,
hopefully this year, Joanna, I'm gonna help you out a little bit. Her and Wendy and Liz, her assistants for the festival, they were running around like chickens with their heads.
Good.
They were crazy. We'll get you
Good.
more help this year.
Good. You know, Jody, listen, for you to be me, you have to be shorter and you have to have big nose. Because
Hey, I'm Jewish. I can hold my own in the nose department. Come on.
Okay. And
on.
of course, in the meantime, because, you know, I don't know if the girls know, but the festival is like a non-profit company, is based on volunteering, you know, sponsorship, begging, help me, you know, begging and all stuff. So we don't have a salary from the festival to support ourselves. So in the meantime, I personally, I'm also an estate agent, so I'm trying to sell properties. So the most horrible thing is you have a handover, and the next day you have to look beautiful, fresh and nice and concentrated, how you will sell a nice property to this lady that she came in the village and she got like, I love this village, I want to buy a house now.
Yeah.
So this I think is a life experience. Jen can confirm this, and I believe every woman on this planet have to come at least once to live because also it is the good thing is we have the sea, we have the beach, so it is a combination between a festival, you know, having fun together, and also sunbathing, swimming. So it's a combination of holidays and festival together. Many women I noticed lately, they come the first week of the festival, before the festival, so they have like holidays, and they jump into the first week of the festival for the parties and you know, noise and everything. Or many women come the second week, and the third they stay one more week to detox and relax. Whatever you do it, from the 1st of September till the end of September, the village is full of women.
Yeah, and people like me come and need 2 weeks to just stay there because they don't want to leave. Ever.
Yeah. No,
So
no.
be prepared for that as well.
Good.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
Joanna.
You came last year and you were very much easily adapted to the Greek way, to, to Greek style, when to eat, what kind of food,
Oh, yeah.
easy going. That is good.
Yeah, Greek time resonates with me, right? It's
Yeah.
very casual, easygoing
Yeah.
Greek time.
We have to say that this is a Greek village. Like, people are very simple. If you wear Prada, nobody will pay attention. We don't have the big hotels except the Aeolian Village, which is the 4-star hotel, and then there are rooms to rent. So I have to say it's not Mykonos. This in a way is a charm. We don't have massive big hotels.
No.
It's a whole village. We have nice restaurants by the beach. Usually the mama or the wife of the restaurant cooks inside. So and the vegetables are from the garden and the fish are from this sea that the local fisherman, they have made a deal, takes the fish in the morning to the restaurants. So you will not find frozen food, you will not find plastic food, you will not find, is everything real and with a good quality, good quantity. And that's it. That's
Yes.
it. Is the energy. The September sunsets are magic. The color, and really, it's not very hot like many people, women that come from North Europe. They
No.
used to different weather, so it's not like July. Usually, we have the heat waves. Now the September is mild. It's good. Is you can swim, but still you can. It's okay. It's a nice month.
It's
Have we
beautiful
got
weather.
have we got the boat again for the sunset cruise then, Joanna?
Yes, we have.
Great, fantastic. Because I need to talk to you about that then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for taking the
You're
time.
welcome.
Joanna.
You're welcome. Nice talking to you. Very nice talking to you.
Thank you. Thank
And
you so much.
leave Jen out because Jen is Jen, and I know I will see her. I'm very happy that you decided to come.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, I
thank you.
can't wait to get back. I can't
It's
wait.
because you
to get
looked me
back.
in the eye, Joanna. I wasn't necessarily going to come. She sat next to me, looked me in the eye, and said, "Jody, you need to come." And I said,
Yeah. Yeah.
"Okay."
I cannot listen. I cannot imagine that you not gonna come. Because for me, always you will come. I felt it that you will come, and you will come.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Well, you did have an influence there, so thank you.
Good.
She is a
good,
very
good.
persuasive woman, is our
Yes.
Joanna, I tell you. Oh yeah.
It's
If I
true.
want something, I get it
You
usually.
do, and you do, absolutely. Yeah. The
Thank you.
nicest possible one.
Nice talking to you.
Thank
Nice
you,
talking.
Joanna. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
We'll see you in
Thank you.
September. Bye-bye.
I
Bye.
see
We
also,
talk again, Jen. We talk again.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
I
Bye
see
bye.
also that Natalie's joined us. So Natalie is the reason why I even knew about the festival. I met her 25 years ago at a singles event in San Francisco. She calls me up after years, of not speaking with her, and says, "Jody, you have to listen. I have something to share with you." And I listened. And she's very good friends with Ronit, who owns, the land at Amazonas. She's been very instrumental in a lot of things happening. So here's Natalie. Do you want to say hi for a sec? And
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello.
where are you? Are you in Israel or
Hello.
in Greece? Where
I'm
are
actually on Lesbos. I'm actually in Eressos,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous here.
let us see.
It's
What's
almost
behind you? Where are
so.
you?
Let's see if I can show you because the timing. Let me see if I can turn it around. Hold on.
Are you on the beach?
Just a second.
Let me guess where you are. You're at, I don't know where you are. At your place?
You're
Hold on.
at the kitchen.
Are you on Amazonas?
Are you in the kitchen area?
You're muted now, Natalie. You're muted. There. You're in Minnesota Post. You're at are you at the coffee shop? You're muted. Okay. I think
Let's see. Can you hear me?
yeah. Are you at the
Yeah.
coffee shop?
No, more
Oh.
guesses. Come on, Jen.
You're
You're
at
in
you're at
the
Maria.
kitchen area.
No, you're at Tabari.
No.
No.
No, no, no.
You're behind, you've got the beach. You're not in the Eressos village, are you? You're not there. You're in Scala Eressos.
I'm in Scala right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scala.
You're at the end near
I'm in
the
Scala right now,
Ionian,
yes.
aren't you?
So Eressos,
So let
Eressos
me
is the
see.
name of the village. Scala is the beach area, and Eressos village is 5-minute drive up the hill. It's the village where most people live, many people, and Scala is the beach area. So are you in your place that you live, or?
You're muted, Natalie.
Okay.
Natalie, you're muted.
Okay.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So hello, everybody. I just have a few moments, so I apologize if I have to leave, but I want to say Joanna is amazing. She just left. She really is the backbone and the roots and the operator of this whole women's festival and women's gathering every year. It's been happening for over 2 decades. And Jody is an amazing woman who is a community organizer. You know her from so many women. I know her from so many good things and good deeds that she does for many, many people that she sometimes doesn't even know. And Jody is also my friend. And we, this is the second retreat we had on Amazones. Amazones is about 15-20 minutes away from Scala Eressos, where we are right now. It's a women's land, women eco land, and we're hosting retreat and educational program and events. We just had pizza night for women and locals. We have a new moon ceremony. We have summer solstice. So there's a lot of like events and gatherings. And during the festival, we also host women from the festival. I have to tell you, whoever is on the call, do not miss the festival. It's amazing. You will not only fall in love perhaps with a woman, you will fall in love with the place. You will fall in love with the land. You will fall in love with everybody around you, because people, I don't know, it's like a one big family, and the family is really eating together, swimming together, drinking, having fun. And if you want some quiet time, you can just step away for 2-3 minutes. You're in the mountains, you're in a private naked beach. So what's amazing about this place, which is why I come back. I've been coming here since 2018, and I come here a few times a year. Sometimes, it started with two weeks vacation. Then it ended up with a one-way ticket, and I just decide when I come home and when I go back. So I just want to tell you that it's an amazing experience, not only having women all around us, but having lifelong friendships, lifelong loverships, lifelong falling in love with Sappho and the Sappho heritage and the land. I mean, it's a very, very unique place. And like Joanna was saying, it's not like a Mykonos or Santorini, which is highly traveled, highly, touristic. It's actually this whole area kind of preserved its own cultural heritage, and you really feel like time stops here, but you have your friends around, which is amazing. So we're going to have a few parties at Amazones. We're going to host a festival at Amazones. So we're going to kind of be and there's going to be rides coming from Amazones to Scala back and forth. And any questions you have, please feel free to ask. I'm also very happy to see here many familiar, beautiful souls that traveled with us to Amazones just this month. It started in May, and they just came home. So any questions? I'm here. Otherwise, I will join later on.
There's actually 17 women on the call. Just some people have their videos off, just so you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Natalie. Thank you.
Thank you, Jody, and thank you, Jody, for bringing these women. So my dream is that we have a women's village that is active all year long, not during the festival only. And actually, I can already see that it's happening. I've been in Lesbos since May. I'll be here probably through July, and I have to tell you, everywhere I go, there's women's gathering. Women's are buying cafes and lands and homes, and it's just very, very moving to be a part of this village. And now let me just, for one last moment, I'm going to show you this beautiful. I don't know if you can see it.
There, hold on. Let me spotlight you. Okay.
Can you see the beauty?
Yes.
It's just really, really, really gorgeous. And so if you step 2 minutes away from Scala Eressos or Amazonas, you're all in nature, and it's really, really stunning and very nurturing as well. If you're looking for just quiet time, not only being a part of the, the parties and festival and everything, but there's going to be a lot of activities and talent show. And I led last year a women's circle and a full moon ceremony and a secret cave journey with some sacred site activation. So there's really beautiful events for anybody and any kind of interest. So you're
Thank
highly,
you.
highly invited. Yes.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Mwah.
Mwah.
So, okay. So was my plan. It's been an hour, which is great because this video, I want to be posting it so people can come back and reference it. So there's a couple more people on that I wanted to give just a minute or so if they wanted to share. And then what I want to do is if anybody, Jen, why don't you put your email address in there, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to put, I'll put mine as well. So if anybody wants to talk or has any more questions, please do reach out. Okay, there's mine. At the end, I want to show some photos from last year's festival experience with our group from last year. And then after that, I was going to show I picked out just a few highlights from our May trip to show those photos as well. I think probably not everybody wants to stay on for that, but I wanted to just show you who is on and put it into the recording because I do have some pictures at the festival and it will give you kind of a good idea. Jen, are you good to stay? Do you need to go? Because if you need to go, we could see if anybody has, I think, yeah. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yes,
it's
I'm gonna
nighttime for you.
Yeah, I've got a pack for tomorrow as well. I haven't packed yet.
Oh, where are you going tomorrow? Portugal?
Portugal, yeah. So yeah,
She's taking a group to Portugal.
Yeah.
So all right, so we could let you go if you want. I don't want to hold you any longer.
Yeah, I'm just going to put my email on there.
Okay, awesome. I do just want to give a couple people a chance to talk. Just again, it's hard to put into words, but Yolanda was there in 2022 at the festival, and I love hearing her share. But if you can kind of just keep it brief and just give a sense of what your experience was like, I would love that. We've got Lynn, Yolanda, Kathleen. I don't know if you want to say anything. Okay, did you get yourself unmuted, Yolanda?
I did.
Come on, Yolanda. What do you have to say?
What do I have to say? My experience last year was just magical. It was more than I expected. I came back so refreshed, so light-weighted, all the negativity in my life was gone. I've learned to handle negativity from this experience. I recommend everyone go. I remember seeing Jen doing the Elvis thing. I'll never forget that. I was so impressed by it.
Wow.
And the stay with the Amazonas was just remarkable. All the classes that were offered were absolutely spectacular. But I do want to ask Jody, the cost of this trip, will any of it be delegated to the Amazonas? This seems to be a little bit different from last year.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is different. The add-on in the beginning, the 3 days there will be going to Amazonas, but once the festival starts, it's going to be more about the festival experience. Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about the funds.
No, it's the first few days when we get there, if you're there from the 6th to the 10th,
right?
The events that we're having at Amazonas, those 3 days will be directed to Amazonas.
Okay,
also, you have the option, you could, if you stay longer, you could stay at Amazonas.
I see. Okay.
As well.
Anyway, this trip I recommend it to everyone. Yes. It's nice to be in a world where we're like-minded women who appreciate nature, and then it's well balanced, because even though you're appreciating nature, the quietness, and all of that, you're still enjoying the party part of it.
And the
Yeah.
dancing, right, Yo?
For me, the dancing, absolutely. But it's so well balanced. There's not nothing is overdone. It's just well balanced. And it was just a treat for me. I recommend everyone go.
Thank you, Yo. Maybe you'll come back this year. It would be just
Well,
such
I'm
a delight.
hoping to. I'm having some surgery, so it depends on how fast I recover.
Ah, well, maybe having something to look forward to will speed that along.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. We got Kathleen, Lynn, Zephyr and Kathleen. I can't remember your name. What was your name?
Amber.
Amber, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going on the September trip, unfortunately, but I did. I mean, I think two of the things that haven't been mentioned that I thought were stellar was the opportunity to meet the local people and really see how much they enjoyed the Amazonas, and as well as when we were in Sparta, the connection to Dimitra. So, you know, the comfort with like straight couples and the lesbians, I thought that was spectacular. And supporting the I think it's the, you know, supporting the effort at Amazonas. That and the, I mean, when we were at the party, the other thing I'll just mention and then I'll stop is when we were at the party, there was a moment where we were in this little house. I could hear 5 different languages. We were dancing, people were smoking, eating, the dogs were moving. I mean, it was just so much fun, chaotic fun, but it was a delightful, it's a memory I cherish. So.
And you go up to the upper land and all the lesbians are dancing to modern music, rocking out, and then you walk down into the home that Ronit lives in, which is a converted sheep's house. You go down to there and there's authentic Greek music and authentic Greek dancing and wine and cheese. It was pretty surreal. I have a few videos I was going to play at the end. I've got some great videos of that party. Actually, the contrast in the two.
Yeah. So definitely, it sounds like this September trip will be fun, and other trips will be fun. So I recommend it.
Kathleen.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing up.
Sure.
Lynn. Zephyr.
Sure. Words fail me. I've been on a lot. I mean, through the course of my life, I've been on a fair number of organized tours, and I would just say that this was in a different category. And it's because of the companionship, and because of the connection to the land, the connection to the sacred that's there, that's just palpable everywhere. It's a wonderful country, and you know, reading the itinerary just doesn't do it justice. So, yeah, I would say trip of a lifetime, but I hope it's not just once.
Thanks, Lynn. Thank you. And here's Celeste with her finger up.
Hi, Jody.
Hi.
Yeah, I just wanted to also just piggyback on what a couple of people have said, but you know, when I joined Jody in the group a couple weeks ago, I had been on Lesbos with the European lesbian community, the European Central Asia lesbian community, and who will also be there during the festival. And of course, the Amazonas women and Diva Destinations and Women Moving Mountains or whatever. No, too many women. So many women.
So many women. There's a big difference between too many women and so many. There's never too many women.
There's so many women. Anyway, it just feels like this time in history, like all of this is happening on Lesbos, and it's just a magical time to be a part of this festival and to, you know, to really connect with the birthplace of Sappho and really the birthplace of lesbians. So just wanted to add that little moment. So I'll be talking to Jody, you and Jen between now and then, but
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Celeste. It was great to have you all on this last trip. Okay, what I want to do, unless anybody has any questions or anything else, I do want to share some photos, both of our last year's trip to the festival, because since this trip is focused on the festival, I think it'd be really fun to see some photos. So I wanted to show some photos. And then after that, I want to show some photos and videos of our last trip. And I do want to show a couple quick videos so that you can get a sense of this party that we had and the experience we had as a group together at Amazonas. It's just, you have to just experience it, I think. Yes.
Jody, I'm just going to have to go now because
Yes,
I'm going to have to pack. Anyway, it's been great meeting everybody, and I've put all the information on the chat. So just message me if you've got any more questions. But hopefully we might see some of you out in Lesbos in September. But great to meet you all.
Thanks for staying on so much.
Oh, that's okay. Bye-bye. Bye.
Okay. Feel free if you want to say anything or, jump in at all when I'm sharing these, feel free to. I'm going to start with the 2022. I'm not showing all the photos. God no, I took probably 1,000 photos, so I'm not showing all the photos. I am just going to show a few highlights. So this is looking down the beach. So Scala Eressos is just a series of tavernas right on the water, and trying out the different restaurants and just walking up and down the strip and seeing all the lesbians sitting everywhere. It's just so much fun. This was our group. I only posted it like a month ahead of time. So Melissa and myself, and there's Yo, and then Diana, who is just a doll. She's from Panama, and our friend Cheryl. So this was our very small group from last year. We started out in Athens for a day, and we just tootled around Athens. So the group as a whole had just met, and we had so much fun. This is my favorite restaurant in Scala Eressos. It's called the Parasol. It's kind of Indonesian. And I love this place. This is Sappho Rock, and this is where people swim. Women swim every morning. This was our dinner. This is Ruth Schwartz from Concha's Girlfriend, who is a dear friend who was there last year and wasn't planning to come this year, but I think now she might be enticed to come. And Natalie, this is nighttime at a taverna, and you can see there's the other ones with some empty beach space in between, and then the next ones. And again, in the background is lesbians, our lesbians. This was us at night, all dressed up for one of the dance parties. This is Claire, who's one of the co-founders. She's was one of the original people that started Amazonas. And these girls we met, they were kind of part of our group, but they were there connected with Amazonas. And then Alexia also, hopefully she'll be there. Very talented French artist who is so much a part of the experience. Here's one of the dance parties at the Flamingo, which is a lesbian-owned hotel, restaurant and bar right on the strip there. This was us at the dance party. And Yolanda was dancing so much, for God's sakes, I remember everybody cleared out of the way and formed a circle around Yolanda and Alexia while they were dancing. And boy, I think I might have captured that. This is us at Amazonas. This was the first original tent at Amazonas. This was us in Amazonas. Again, Amazonas. This was one of the parties. We did a Shabbat dinner here. There was quite a few Israelis connected with Amazonas. Ronita's Israeli. They had women from the festival came and like for a day trip at Amazonas. So this was the women from the festival that came to be on the land a little bit. So we had a circle there. This is again nighttime. Parasol, my favorite place. Oops, sorry. This is just one of the dance parties at a place called Avatara, outside, right on the water. Oh, sorry, I'm clicking. Yeah, this is just, again, nighttime on the beach. This was us doing an art workshop led by Dossie here, who's an art therapist. Us in the village. This is the Eressos village having lunch. And there's the talent show with Jen. And oh my God, she and I are going to MC the talent show. I'm going to be a drag king, which I've kind of always wanted to be secretly. I know I've secretly wanted to be, but never have. So this is going to be an edge for me. Another party. Parties. And you know, if you're not a big party person, there's plenty of other things to do. Parties. And again, if you come with the group, you'll be in our group. You'll have tons of people to dance with. This is Maria's guest house down the street from Amazonas. This was a circle we had. Ruth was doing some shamanic work with us, a shamanic circle. It was wonderful. And this is their organic garden, which we're going to have a tour of. It's wonderful walking through the garden and seeing all these things growing. Like I got to see how peanuts grow, which I never even knew they grew on a bush. It's like, you know, just simple things like that. This was our extended family group. This was a day trip that we did to a village called Eressos, really quaint ceramic village. We may go there again, perhaps on a day trip. That was super fun. This was us on the day trip to Sigri, where there's some ruins there. There's also a monastery, which on the top of a hill with an ancient museum there that's, you know, scepters and crowns and 1,000-year-old books and really cool. So this is us on our day trip. And this is a good view down Scala Eressos. This is what it looks like with the bars and tavernas and shops right on the water. This was a music event one night at a cafe. This is the main drag of Scala Eressos, okay? This is the main street, Main Street. So a few cafes and a few stores. It is a very authentic, quaint village. It is not a tourist spot. Oh, this is just during the festival. This is at the Flamingo where there's a trivia night or karaoke or something going on. Me and Joanna and I bonding. Music at night, there's musical performances. This is Tuaka, who is part of our group from Amsterdam. Again, this is us listening to music. There they are singing. During the day, another view. This is Sappho Rock and another view of the beach. And this was just a photographic moment. I like taking pictures. I thought that's kind of cool. This is the little chapel at the end of Scala, the beach. And for anyone that's sensitive to energy, I gotta say, when I walked in the doors of this chapel, I got blasted with the most beautiful, beautiful energy. So it's all the way at the end of the beach in Scala. And above that is ruins of a castle. So you can kind of hike up the hill to the castle if you want as well. This is the harbor. Okay, look what we're talking about. Very small, very quaint. This is the harbor at Scala. And this is a view of Scala Eressos. So remember, this is the beach aspect of Eressos. There's also the village, which is about a 45-minute walk or maybe a 5-minute drive. But this is pretty much Scala Eressos. This is another photographic moment of a little Buddha. This is I can't think of his name, but the Blue Sardine was our favorite restaurant. This is his wife. She cooks. This is him. He serves. He's got quite a personality, but it's just delicious food. All right. So that is the 2022 festival. Still have 12 people on. Thank you. Now I'm going to show some highlights of our last trip and a little bit of video. Since this is recording, I want to just capture this on the video. So I've just picked out some highlight photos. So here we go. All right. This is us meeting in the hotel at the very, very beginning. This is Dimitra, who is all organized. She printed out an itinerary and we're all kind of looking at the plan for the week. This is us. This is us. This is our group, minus Brenda, who's taking the pictures. Okay. I believe, Catherine, by the end of the trip, I didn't see that cane anywhere by the end of the trip. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I don't know what happened to the cane, but I didn't see it.
I released it.
You released it. That's right. Here's Dimitra and I in Athens. This is the starting. We spent one day in Athens going on a tour of the highlights in Athens. So this is us just getting into the the train station. And of course, we had to stop, and Dimitra gave us all kinds of interesting information about all these artifacts.
Oh, and I want to point out, can we go back to that just real quick, Jody?
Yeah.
So on the left, you see the cords there. That is the standing loom that they found in one of the digs, and it's like the only one in the world.
Oh, wow.
And we went to the standing loom school on our trip there.
Oh, I'm
which
going to show
was-
some pictures.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
This is us at the Acropolis Museum. So we didn't go into the Acropolis, but we did go to the museum, which was amazing. So Dimitra's just giving us a little preamble prep to go into the museum. Oh, sorry, Dimitra. Sorry, this didn't capture the best moment of her, but this is her explaining and really talking about the history of the art. And here is the Acropolis up there. This is us having lunch with the Acropolis. Look at that. We're eating at the museum with the Acropolis in the background. Check that out. So this was really towards the beginning of our trip. This is us. I want to say it's called Eleuthero, but I feel like I'm not saying that. That might be like an herb name. Eleusis. It's named the Sacred Center of Europe, all of Europe. It's a place. Eleusis. Yes, that really honors the goddess. And it's Aphrodite, I think. Yes? Anybody? So this is Dimitra doing her thing, leading us through a little process before we went into the sacred site, which was a very powerful experience for us. So this is us in the site. And this is the wall. I probably am not going to say it correctly, but we did a little process here of honoring those in our lives that have passed, and just such a moment. Just a few snippets of art at the museum. Here we are again. A few little highlight photos. This is the museum. It's the Olive Oil Museum. So here she is. You think you would just look at a map and okay, there it is. But she went on to all of this history, and it was so fascinating. This is the Olive Oil Museum. You wouldn't think there would be so much to know about olive oil, but it's quite amazing. This is us. This is us in I don't remember which amphitheater, but it's a special amphitheater that in Sparta. So, you know, the Spartans are a different culture than the Greeks. They have their own unique thing going on. And this amphitheater, which I'll show in a picture, has something, here it is, has something going on with the acoustics that people come from all over the world, scientists, and they cannot figure out why someone can stand on the stage down there and people all the way up at the rim of the amphitheater can hear them without any microphones. There's something going on with the acoustics that's just magic. So we had an amazing experience just here in this amphitheater. This is us having dinner right when we got to Sparta at Dimitra's family's bed and breakfast. It's been in her family for a long time. She turned it into bed and breakfast. It's called Agios Dimitra, the little village that she's in. And this was our first dinner. And little Catherine there was freezing her buns off. Wasn't that cold, but Catherine was pretty cold there. This is us at Sparta Gaia and our morning rituals of waking up and having this beautiful breakfast ready for us. And Melissa and I brought a bottle of port because we had been to Portugal first. So we brought Dimitra a gift, a bottle of port. This is another photographic moment of mine. It just looks so beautiful with all those beautiful fresh tomatoes. This is us with our morning dance. We wake up and just do a little shake the booty dancing just to get us awake and ready to go. This is us at the Valley of the Artemis Valley, which was one of our most special days. This is us kind of starting the adventure there. This is us in the middle of this, well, it's hard to explain. We gave each other our special group spirit names here. And we got in, oops, sorry, we got in the water and we did this really fun little ritual in the water. This is Sue, who's my best friend, who was on the trip. She brought us little gifts and she did a little thing where she sprayed and blessed everybody. That was nice. This was one of our favorite meals. That's chicken. It's so good. This is us at that dinner in the little village of Demetra's village. This is us going to the weaving school. So we're outside the weaving school. And this is Sue taking a moment to, we each got to kind of sit down and practice what it's like to weave. This is just a beautiful little church that I stopped to take a picture of. Oh God, this was, we stopped at a beach, like a private beach with a restaurant right on the water. We had it all to ourselves. And this is where we got our Greek dancing lesson. Saying that was fun is an understatement. It was so fun. Demetra's going to teach at the festival some Greek dancing, and then we're going to do our salsa. This is Monemvasia, which is a castle, one of the most amazing little castle villages. And I just saw the opportunity for a photo here. So I grabbed that photo. Here's some of us in that town. See, look up above. This is up on the top of the hill where they escaped to when they were getting invaded. So the villagers went up to the top so that they could kind of be protected a little bit better. So there's a whole village up there, but we didn't, Jen went up there, but we didn't go up there. But a really cool experience there. And this is us walking through this village in, within the walls of the castle. And of course, Demetra is explaining all kinds of historical things and architecture and history. And here she is again. And this is us walking around in the castle. Oops. This is the opposite. Usually we're in focus and the background's blurred, but I thought this was kind of cool because it's focused on the background. Just doing this, having a special moment right on the ocean there. Photographic moment by me. This is what this little village was like. It's so amazing, babe. You got to see this. It's so cool. And look up above is more of the castle walls. We did a poetry workshop with Demetra, so we got to listen to, read, and then write poetry, and then perform little skits, which we're probably going to do at the festival again. So here I am performing. Here, Lynn and Jan and I performing our little poetry. This is us doing reenacting one of the ancient Sapphic games that the women used to play on the beach. It's spear throwing game. This is us. We borrowed some roots, a bulb that we planted at Sparta Gaia. We took that from the Artemis Valley because they're abundant and everywhere. And then we did a thing where
cyclamine.
Cyclamine. We planted the bulbs at Sparta Gaia so we would live on. And then I brought this this solar light to put here at Sparta Gaia for her to remember us by. And this is us having dinner, one of our dinners in a little village. Okay, here we are at Amazonas, having one of our mini circles. And this is Ronit, who owns Amazonas. And she is very close to Christina, whose father owned Amazonas for years and years and years, and they sold it to Ronit. And Ronit just honors her and includes her as part of the Amazonas experience. This is the sheep house that she converted into her home. And we were getting ready to have a wine and cheese tasting. This is our daily breakfast experience. Yolanda, if you're still here, this is a whole bunch of stuff got built that you haven't seen yet. So this is us having our daily breakfast on the land, and up at the top here, you can't see, but that's Tabari, the village on the ocean. So there's a sea view right here. Here we are doing, again, Demetra has led us in these beautiful, beautiful experiences. This is the new dining area. This is
One that I talk about a lot that I've actually.
oh, is somebody here on
Oh,
our okay, thanks. Okay, so this is Audrey, who's now the manager and coordinator of the workshops and retreats, and Ronit. This is us. Oh, this is us doing a clay workshop. So we had a clay instructor, ceramic, come and lead us in this little process. And then what we did is we each made little pieces, and then she's putting them all together to be one big art project to leave on the land that will represent our trip. There was some local ladies. This is Maria, who has the guest house. The local ladies came and made fresh bread for us. I took another photo moment. Here it is. Isn't that cool? I love this picture. This is us with the wine and cheese tasting. Look at this, so much fun. She's got some young gals from this website called Workaway, where you can travel and exchange of some residents for some work. So there are gals here that are from the Workaway mixed in with our group. And they're from all over the world. Germany, Amsterdam, and here's our Catherine. Look at this. This captures a moment with Catherine. It's just so beautiful. She's at peace and happy, love in her heart, and it's just such a beautiful moment. This is us at the castle walls. I think of Monemvasia, but it could be somewhere else. This is us at the monastery. Walking down the hill from the monastery. Our day trip, this was lunch at our day trip. This is the ocean, the sea right there, and a really good restaurant. This is the castle ruins in Sigri. And again, my favorite restaurant on Scala Eressos. That might be getting ready to be done here. This is the swim to the rock. There are a couple gals that actually swam to the rock, and I tried to get pictures of them. This was one of the most fun experiences. This was lunch on Tavari, and we had a celebration. We danced, we ate. The owner of the Taverna Marina, it was her birthday. We sang happy birthday to Marina in like 10 different languages. It was so fun. Look at this. So fun. And this is our little group at Maria's. We had a cooking class. This is Maria's mama here, and Maria, and all of us on her land with the gardens behind. Cooking class. We made stuffed peppers and tomatoes. This is Tavari, just the little beach town next to Eressos. This is us at Maria's. Some people were in the cooking class, and while we were waiting for it to cook, we had a little circle here, and we played a game, one of those getting to know you games. So this is in the middle of the getting to know you game. And again, this is us at Monemvasia. This is Amazonas. This is the tents and the accommodations. I didn't take a picture of the inside, but they're really wonderful, those tents with full out mattresses and accommodations inside the tents, really comfy. This is Mesotopos, the village right above Amazonas, the bakery. And this is us on our Mesotopos tour. So we were walking through this little village. This is us all together taking a picture in the square. This is us at the cheese factory. We did a tour of the cheese factory. This is feta. Look at this cheese coming out of this big vat. Who knew? Right? So cool. I know, who knew? And this was quite a wonderful moment. The village people have offered to give Ronit a little lammy. And that was so fun. This is some of the cheese that was made. This is us on the bakery tour. So the women's co-op is a bakery. So we got a tour of the bakery. We had to put our little hats on. So I had to make sure and capture the moment with all of us with our little hats on. And then here's the women making all kinds of baked goods. And this little bakery in Mesotopos, a little village, they provide baked goods for all over Greece. Like they're really well known. This is Claire. Claire's leading a workshop coming up really soon about something like regaining back to your wild woman warrior self, or I can't remember what it's called, but she's leading retreats and she's just a fabulous person. This is us dancing in the streets. This is the Yolanda, if you're still here, this is the outdoor kitchen and an outdoor oven. So we made pizzas in that oven. It was pretty fun. This is the outdoor dining area now. This is us as part of our goodbye process. You know, I'm going to see who's on here. Is anybody left? Okay, there's 9 people here. And I got to tell you something. I have never, ever been to any experience where at the end, when it's over, we were complete. We hugged. It was done. Nobody moved. Nobody moved. People sat there. It's like nobody wanted to move. Nobody wanted to go. It was incredible. I'm like, oh, so that's what happened. We just, oh, Yolanda, I love you. Look at Yolanda. You're remembering that feeling, aren't you? Oh my God. So this was our kind of our part of our saying goodbye process. I know I feel like crying a little bit myself. This was us at Eressos eating dinner at the Blue. Oh, Kathleen's crying. Catherine's crying too. This was us towards the very, very end, just not wanting to go. This was that special lunch. Again, that special lunch we had where we were singing and dancing.
I miss y'all already.
I know, you know, it's the family and the connections that get created. I always say that, and I try to write that in my posts. You know, you can go tootling around and touring around and seeing sites and learning history, you know, and that's in the doing part, and that's fun and interesting, but the magic comes in the friendships and the relationships and the trust that gets built. And it's just hard to say more about it, but that's what happens. There are a couple of videos I'd love to show. They're really just brief little snippets of videos. Since you guys have hung in there this long, I think I want to just show a couple of those because they're really special. Okay, and they're just going to be like a couple minute quickies. 2023 Greece. Okay, I think, let me see. Not this one. Part 2. Okay. I'm gonna go for videos. Let me say recent videos. Maybe that will show, be easier. Okay, let me just do videos. Couple of these videos. Oops. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get these. I can do this. I am going to go boom, boom, boom. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, maybe this isn't a good idea. Okay, those of you that really want to see the videos, stay on. I have to get to the right screen to find the videos. Nina, I don't think we've ever met. Thank you for hanging in there that long. And my friend Patty and Melissa, my friends, I love that you stayed on. It feels very supportive, whether you come or not. It feels really supportive that you're on. Nice to see you, Shelly. Very nice to see you. Oh, Cherie. Okay. Oh, okay, good. You're still on. And Cherie, you guys, these are my buddies, Patty, Melissa, and Cherie. Thank you so much for being on, Cherie. I do kind of want to show a couple of the videos. I just wanted to give a chance for anybody that doesn't want to see them to get off, because there are a couple of videos that I want to show. Okay, I'm going to just show the videos of the party. Yeah.
Jody, I was going to ask, I'm just going to ask a really honest question, because I'm just going to put it out there. In part, I'm single. And I'm trying to figure out like this versus Olivia versus like with a limited budget, where to go. And so I'm just going to ask a question. I hope this doesn't sound rude, but I'm kind of wondering like the reality of people in like the 45 to 55 age group.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? It would be harder, you'd be harder pressed to look for anybody under 45.
Okay, cool.
I would say it's kind of like my events. It's kind of the same demographic because this festival's been going on so long. I would say the average age is 50 to 65.
Thank you. That's
Something like
it's
that.
just good to know. Yeah, it's very good to know. That's helpful.
Yeah, let me give you my number. I'd love to just talk to you personally and you can ask me, just we can get into some more specific questions.
Thanks, Judy.
Okay, so grab my number there.
I will. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to show a couple videos, you guys, because this is I just have to share this. Okay, so this is the night where we had the party. So there's one party going on above with the lesbians, and there's another party going on below with the local Greek people. So check out a couple of these. I think I have to share sound. Okay, hold on. Wait. I have to share the sound as well. Okay, share sound. Okay. All right, here we go. Oops. Okay, so you can't see the picture, right? Is there no picture? Can you guys see a picture?
No, it's blacked out.
Why would this not? Why is this not showing?
Jody, sometimes they're temperamental, and if you stop sharing and reshare, sometimes you have to click share video, share audio. That might help.
Okay, yeah. Share video, share audio. Okay, let me pop this. Okay, it's not even showing when I'm not sharing. Hold on. Okay, that particular video, it was that video. All right, here we go. I'm going to just give you some samples. This is us at the party. This is local people, like Aurora lives there, or Georgia, I mean. Oh. Okay, there's that. Okay, just trying to give you a little snippet. This woman. Oh my God, it's just making me remember all this. Ronit. So these are the village people that own, that do in the cheese factory. They're the bakery people. They're all the friends and allies that Ronit and Natalie and everybody have met that are part of the Amazonas community now. That's why we invited them, and that's why it's so special. They're supportive of everything going on, including the women and women thing. Well, that's Ronit, who owns Amazonas. Okay, we're gonna get. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, the next one, we're gonna go to the upper level. Here we go. Ah. Yeah. So yeah, this man here lives down the road from Amazonas. He and his wife Shula own a organic farm, and they have become family to Ronit. So how about that? So I wanted to give you guys a sense of that. Isn't that great? There's other videos. There's some other stuff that's so wonderful with videos of Dimitra teaching and leading things, but I wanted to give you all a sense of that. So thank you everyone for joining. Yolanda, thanks for popping on again. I think I miss you, and I would really love to travel with you again. You really added so much to that last trip. So let's talk. Let's talk. If you have any questions, please. Okay. All right. So thank you, friends. Thank you, Catherine, for staying on, and Doree and Patty and Shelley, Yolanda, my girlfriend. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. I see you soon. And reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Check out Lesbian Getaways, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.